has a wild internet claim connected Selena Gomez to the so-called Epstein files and sparked a new clone theory. Today we're breaking down what this theory actually says, why it's spreading online, and what the real public records say about it. There's a lot of confusion, viral screenshots, and unclear sources, but no verified proof linking Selena to cloning or new identities. We'll look at how and why these claims spread, what the Epstein files actually are, and how to separate facts from online speculation. Let's dive in with clarity. No exaggeration, just the truth. 1. What is the clone theory, and where did it come from? In early 2026, social media posts began circulating that claimed a screenshot from the Jeffrey Epstein files contained a reference to a death decision about someone named Selena. The posts suggested that this phrase meant the pop star Selena Gomez had been replaced or cloned, and that the Epstein files provided evidence of this alleged switch. This idea spread especially on platforms like TikTok and Reddit, where users shared clips, screen grabs, and speculation about differences in her appearance and behavior. Some commenters argued that changes in how Gomez looks, such as differences in photos or videos, prove multiple versions of her exist. These theories often recycle familiar patterns where random inconsistencies in celebrity photos get interpreted as evidence of secret replacements. However, mainstream news outlets and media fact-checking organizations have examined these claims and found no factual basis for them. The supposed screenshot has never been authenticated by legal authorities, and there is no documented connection between that snippet and Gomez's identity. The Epstein files, a vast set of court records, emails, and legal documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, do not contain verified evidence that any celebrity was replaced or cloned. 2. What are the Epstein files? Really, before we dive further, it's important to clarify what the Epstein files actually are. The term refers to a large compilation of court documents, legal filings, and material connected to financier Jeffrey Epstein, who was convicted of child sex offenses and died in 2019 while facing federal charges. These documents include emails, depositions, and other records that have been released through legal processes and transparency laws. The files have been the subject of intense media scrutiny because Epstein had connections with powerful people in business, entertainment, and politics. Lists and reports show that Epstein corresponded with individuals across multiple industries, but being mentioned or appearing in these files does not prove wrongdoing or secret agendas. The recent surge of attention stems from newly released documents and email metadata that mention high-profile names, prompting public curiosity about what these connections might mean. However, journalists and researchers emphasize that mere inclusion in an email thread or document snippet doesn't indicate illicit behavior or conspiratorial activity. It's also important to understand that the files are complex and often redacted to protect privacy and legal rights. They're not a simple who did what list that can be used to prove sensational claims like cloning or identity replacement. 3. How the social media rumor spread. The Selena Gomez clone claim gained traction when a user shared a cropped screenshot online that allegedly referenced a decision about Selena in the Epstein files. The lack of context, metadata, and source authentication meant that anyone could take that snippet and assign their own explanation. Once on TikTok and Instagram, the theory exploded with reposts and added speculation, including comparisons of old versus recent photos, comments about her kidney transplant history, lupus treatment changes, and even misplaced references to Justin Bieber and the Kardashians. Fans and theorists combined all of these into a story that looked dramatic, but lacked substantiation. On Reddit and other forums, certain threads went further, suggesting that celebrity cloning is a secret technology hidden by elites, or that Selena's life changes were proof of a switch. These ideas echo earlier internet conspiracies about other celebrities, including Jim Carrey and Megan Fox, which similarly lacked evidence. It's also worth noting that many comments from social platforms explicitly point out how implausible or unsupported these theories are. Some Redditors have called the theories disrespectful, and highlight that real health issues, like lupus and its treatments, can explain physical changes without invoking clones or secret replacements. 4. Why these conspiracy theories persist. Large conspiracy theories like this persist for a few reasons. 1. Viral psychology. Stories that seem shocking or mysterious spread quickly because people click and share them. 2. Lack of context. Snippets or cropped screenshots without provenance can be misinterpreted. 3. Familiar patterns. Once a pattern of celebrity replaced or secret control is introduced, it's easy to expand it to include others. Online platforms often amplify content with emotional hooks, even if the underlying claims are not verified. That means the more sensational a post looks, the more engagement it gets, regardless of its accuracy. This is why many reputable news outlets urge readers to distinguish between fact and speculation, and to rely on investigative reporting rather than screenshots. Remember that credible journalism and investigative reporting go through verification processes, including checking sources, accessing authenticated documents, and cross-referencing multiple facts. Viral speculation, by contrast, often relies on single images or fragments shared without evidence. In Selena Gomez's case, there is no public statement from law enforcement, verified document release, or credible reporting confirming anything beyond general internet speculation. This applies not just to the clone aspect, but also to any claims tied to her personal history or health. Understanding how misinformation spreads helps you make better decisions about what you believe and share online. 5. The real truth versus online speculation. Here's the simple truth. There is no verified evidence that Selena Gomez was cloned, replaced, or secretly switched with another person. The viral posts linking her to the Epstein files are based on incomplete snippets and speculation, not authenticated documentation. The Epstein files themselves are legal records, not secret repositories of hidden cloning technology. While they do contain some references to high-profile individuals connected socially or financially to Jeffrey Epstein, experts emphasize that inclusion in these files alone does not prove culpability, involvement in crime, or conspiratorial behavior. Conspiracy theories like this often spring up when public figures change their appearance, take breaks from the public eye, or go through life events, such as health treatments or career shifts. Human psychology tends to fill in gaps with dramatic narratives, especially when celebrity lives are already the subject of intense interest. When we separate fact from speculation, what's left is a reminder. Viral theories can be compelling, but accuracy matters more than internet buzz. If you found this explanation helpful, please like this video, subscribe for reliable updates, and share it with someone who might be confused about this topic. For more fact-check discussions about viral stories and how they spread, watch our next video.